Hello and welcome to this weekend's episode of The Winning Post. I'm Mandira Lalwani here at the Pune Racecourse where all the action, all the activity has shifted for the season. Coming up on The Winning Post this week, a chat with Yash Narredu who tells us what dreams are made of. A look at a trailblazer like none other, Frankie Dettori and his incredible journey. And all the highlights of the racing action from Pune. First up on this week's episode is a special interview with none other than Yash Narredu. He has added yet another feather to his hat. He went overseas, he went to Ireland, he worked there, he rode several horses there. He's come back all that richer for the experience, of course, and here to share that journey with us. Welcome to The Winning Post, Yash. How was it?
It was unbelievable. It's a completely different experience over there. It's a different operation, you can say. It's like A and Z. That's how I can explain it to you.
I want to hear all about it, but let's start from the beginning. So, how did it all come about? How did you decide to go? How difficult was it, the entire process?
Panchsil Million came down to ride for Dad in the Indian Derby this year. He rode Colombiana. So then he came to me and I asked him that, "Sir, is it a good thing that I can come and work with you over there?" He said, "Yes, why not? Anytime." And then that's how Panchsil Million helped me. Mr. Dermotwell's office helped me a lot with my visa and all of it. It was quite tough, but then I got it.
When you got over there, take me through the cultural part of it as well. To go from Bombay and to work here is a different discipline, and to go there and suddenly be thrust into a very, very professional setup, I'm sure. How was it and how did you deal with it?
The work over here in India is very easy for a jockey, very easy. We just come and ride out, say 7, 8 horses in a day. But over there, you ride out just 3 horses. But then you're doing everything over there. You're mucking the horse out, you're washing him, you're riding him, you're getting him back, grazing him, all of it. So more than a rider, you get to be a better horseman over there,
And from your fellow jockeys as well who were there. So, what all did you learn? And like you said, you get to be a better horseman. Have you been able to implement any of that mindset maybe this side of the world?
I'm more comfortable with the horse now, you can say. Like before, I can be honest, I wasn't that comfortable. But now I have more confidence. I have more confidence in the horse and myself after going there and coming back into India.
And before your first ride over there, were you nervous?
Oh, very nervous. I didn't know. I was riding with the top jockeys, Declan McDonough, Panchsil Million, and I didn't know how it was going to go, but then I somehow managed with the confidence. In that surrounding, you don't feel it. Just going into the race, you're nervous, but then once you're there, you feel confident on yourself.
How much of that is preparation?
Preparation over there, in the sense, you just have to be confident. The main thing Panchsil Million taught me was confidence, not to panic, and do your best.
And to work for a legend like Dermotwell, how was that?
Oh, it was unbelievable. His training pattern is completely different. Like, in just 2 years of my riding in India, I don't think I learned that much that I learned with Mr. Dermotwell back in Ireland.
Like, what have you learned? Tell me, give me the example.
Working in the stable, first of all, the smallest of the smallest thing, keeping everything clean, keeping the smallest injuries of a horse is so important for him. If a horse coughs in one cough, it's a big thing for him. He'll come by himself, check the horse's trot, get him scoped. He'll do everything possible and he'll get the thing what's wrong with him and he'll try to correct it.
So lots to learn from him as well.
A lot to learn from him, a lot.
Okay, and were you homesick at all?
Oh no, they made me feel so comfortable I wasn't. But I was talking to everyone back home, but I was so comfortable out there I wasn't homesick.
And what time did you have to wake up every morning?
I was working for another trainer too. Mr. Dermotwell's work starts at 7:30, so I would go to another trainer at 6 o'clock, work over there and then go to Dermotwell. So I would get up around 5 o'clock and work till 12:30 in the afternoon.
Take me through your day, from the morning to the night.
I just wake up, I get ready, I go to the first trainer. Over there I would just ride out because then I have to rush to Mr. Dermotwell, which was my main trainer. So I would ride 2 horses with him, go there, pick a fork up in my hand, go start mucking horses out, muck a horse out, get him ready, first lot out. Then we get a break, we get that break, then 2 lots after that, then graze them, wash them, all of that, take care of them. Then they all brush the stables out and then that's it, that's the end of it. But then it sounds easy, but it's work till 12:30 in the afternoon and it takes a lot of time and a lot of strength out.
And what did you eat?
Trust me, I had no idea about my diet, nothing. I didn't know when I was eating breakfast, when I was having lunch, when I was sleeping. I had no clue, no clue.
Did you miss home food?
A lot. That's the only thing I missed, home food. I was just eating potatoes over there. No, completely non-vegetarian.
Okay, tell me more about, did you manage to go and explore the country a bit? Did you, sightsee, maybe get some sights and sounds in?
I was very lucky to go and see the Coolmore Stud Farm. It's the place I was in Kildare, and that's like the capital for horses in Ireland. And there's only horses everywhere.
Like a dream come true.
Like a dream come true. It's unbelievable.
Since you've come back, and now you can't, obviously, you've had that experience, you've had that exposure, you know how things can be done better. Have you had a chance to maybe start to implement things over here as well?
I have been in the stable. I can't tell my dad what to do, he's the best. But I can just tell him a few things that I would feel like in the stable. If some person is doing it wrong, I can go and correct him. In the morning track work, a few equipments, that's how I can help him. And it is being a little bit of help for him now.
And your riding, do you feel it's improved ever since this experience?
It has completely. I feel stronger in myself. I really do feel stronger. And Colma Donahue told me one thing, that when you aren't riding in your hometown and you come somewhere else for an exposure and you go back, you feel more energetic. It just gets in you. Even if you're not working, you're getting more tired, but then when you go back, you feel more energetic.
That is so true. And what next? What can we expect? Now where are you going to go get more exposure?
I would love to go back to Ireland next year because I know a few people now. I know how to get there. I can get a few more rides, try to set my base over there and pick it up a little more every year.
And I think there's a lot to be said for your dad as well. Like, he's really supported you through this and he understands the importance of it, right?
He does. Yep, he had no rider in the Bangalore season and in the Pune season. But then he knew how important it was for me as an individual to go there and learn. Because he's been there too, and he knows how good it is. So he wanted me to go there. And obviously, he's my dad. He'll help me with everything.
I'm very, very happy for you, Yash. Well done. Anything else you want to share with us that I've missed out?
I think most of the apprentice boys in India should get a chance to go out and get an exposure over there.
Young and raring to go, all that excitement in Yash Narredu, who's all set to become a champion like his father. Time now for a quick break here on the Winning Post. When we return, it's all the racing action from the Pune racecourse. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching The Winning Post, your weekly update and insight into the world of horse racing. All the action is in Pune for now. And as we know, horse racing is all about ups and downs and being unpredictable. Let's have a look at the highlights, the ups, the downs from the weekend that's just gone by. Sunday's races at Pune saw a small card of 7 events which had a fair share of favourites coming through the day. The third race of the day was the Mayor's Trophy for 3-year-old horses over 1,800 metres and had only 5 horses in the paddock. Pacey Shroff saddle Costa Smeralda, who ran second in the last 2 races in the Midday Trophy over 1,400 metres on the 14th of February and in the Forbes Breeders Juvenile Fillies Championship over 1,600 metres on the 20th of March, and would be looking at finding her way to the winner's circle with Suraj Narredu in the saddle. Volantis from Yash Narredu's yard, who ran third in an Acquired Taste Trophy over 1,400 metres on the 28th of July, would be looking to go better this time out, with P.S. Chauhan riding him. Narendra Lagad's charge, Elgar's Tiger, had a disappointing 5th in the Enlightenment Plate over 1,600 metres on the 15th of August and would be looking at improving on that performance with Dashrath Singh astride.
The rest are off and racing for the Mayor's Trophy. A level jump at the gates. Costa Smeralda finds himself in front, a length and a half in front of Volantis, the second favourite in chase. A gap about 3.5 lengths further back. There's covert action, making slight forward move and bridging up the gap. 2.5 lengths further back. There's Iger's Tiger, and followed back to the last position about 5-6 lengths away is Moving Star. Galloping past the 1400 meter mark, it's Volantis now who goes ahead and takes over the running. 2.5 lengths. The good of Costa Smeralda in second position. Another 2 away is Covert Action. Another 2.25 further back there's Iger's Tiger, and a distance away is Moving Star. Past the 1200 meter marker, Volantis about 2.25 in front of Costa Smeralda. Settled down nicely in second position. Another 2.5 further back there's Covert Action. Another 2.5 further back there's Iger's Tiger, and out of the running is Moving Star. Past the 1000 meter marker, Volantis still in command, a length and a quarter in front of Covert Action, moving into second position. In between them is Costa Smeralda, then comes Iger's Tiger. Past the 800 meter marker, Volantis still in front, about half a length in front of Covert Action in second position. Right on the tail of these two is Costa Smeralda. The 2.25 lengths further back is Iger's Tiger, who's gone for the stick as they come past the 600 meter marker and begin to negotiate the home turn. Volantis still maintaining his lead about length and a half in front of Costa Smeralda, inching closer. Covert action is being pushed at this stage under pressure. Then comes Igus Tiger making a slight forward move on the outside. Into the straight now, and it's Costa Smeralda who's gone ahead under the stick about 2.5 lengths in front of Igus Tiger on the outside. Volantis fighting to keep his second place with about 200 meters more to run. And it's Costa Smeralda has gone at about 2 lengths in front of Igus Tiger, and Volantis fighting for the minor placing. Inside of the winning post there, Costa Esmeralda wins this one from Volantis, rests back the second from Igus Tiger. Then comes Covert Action about 6 lengths away and way down the track.
Costa Smeralda, trained by Pacey Schroff, moved swiftly in the home stretch from the handy third position and easily collared the front-running Volantis. Volantis fought back to retain the second place from Igus Tiger.
This is her first start in Pune. She's a lovely 3-year-old. She's had 2 starts in Pune where she's run second to some good horses. She was inexperienced. She's still she was a bit green, but she's coming on well. And she beat a decent set of field today, and she showed that she stays the trip. She'll definitely get longer, and she's a filly to look forward to. I'm riding for Mr. Shapu Mistry sir and all his horses, so we have fairly started, so we're hoping that we'll have many more winners in the coming season.
One race later was the feature race of the day, the Panchshil Million, a Class 3 race over 1,400 metres which had 11 horses going to the starting gate. Magnificence, trained by SK Sundarji, ran second in the Ronaldo Plate over 1,600 metres on the 12th of March and would be looking at finding his way to the winner's circle with Neeraj Rawal riding him. Exodus from Kuji Karthik's camp was coming into this race on the back of a victory in the Comanche Double Stakes over 1,400 metres on the 12th of March and would be looking to repeat that victory with Santosh G partnering him. The Faisal Abbas trained Pink Panther ran second in the Gaya Plate over 1,400 metres on the 28th of July and had Yash Narredu riding him. Magical Memory from Imtiaz Setsyar was coming into this race on the back of a win in the Satinello Trophy over 1,200 metres on the 10th of April and will be looking to continue the winning streak with Yash Narredu in the saddle.
And they're away in racing for the Panchshil Million, being a little lethargic at the start. Queen Credible along with Magnificent. And as the field settled down, passing the St. Patrick's Cathedral at the 1,200 meter marker, Magical Memory on the outside, Pink Panther hugging the wheel, Arakawa is in the center in the light blue and yellow, is making headway. Very close behind is Queen Credible, who's made a forward move to be in fourth as it passed the 1,000 meter marker on the outside. Street Jammer, Ancient Glory, falling slightly back, being tracked and passed by Kayam. In the center there is Exodus putting the red cap with 800 in balance. Magnificent brushing up in between horses. After that there is a Celtic Prince. Last of all is Dancing Lord. They're running down towards the entrance of the home straight. Arakawa and Magical Memory, the 1 and 2. Queen Credible quickly into third. Then now at the 600. After that is Pink Panther in the claret and gold. After that is Magnificent. Very close and behind there is Exodus. After that is Street Jammer. Kayam has suddenly gone miles wide, is running near the outer railing as a hedge turns for home. Round the turn and into the street, Magical Memory, who comes in home first, is about 3/4 of a length, the head of Arakawa. And Magnificence is the one coming up with a dazzling run on the near side, and Pink Panther looking for the run in between horses. But Magical Memory is now being challenged by Magnificence on the outside. Pink Panther coming up with a big run down in the center. After that is Exodus, but Magnificent from Pink Panther. Magnificence half in front of Pink Panther. Magnificent gets it from Exodus. May have finished second ahead of Pink Panther. After that is Magical Memory.
Magnificent scored a stylish win to clinch the Panchshil Million and made it look dramatic as he was off slowly from the gates. He strode out majestically and looked the winner the moment he arrived on the scene as jockey Neeraj Rawal rode out confidently to reap rich rewards for an extraordinary effort. Exodus produced a late flourish and was second, while Pink Panther was third.
It was a quite messy race, I was on a superior horse, like he brought me into the race. I just had to guide him a little bit in the straight. It was stop and start sort of a race, I was never in a good position. I missed the kick at the start, I had to travel a bit wide, but passing the 4 furlong onwards, I was behind the front leaders, so sort of helped me. It's been going quite well so far. I'm quite happy. See, my target is riding 15-20 winners this season, and I hope I achieve that.
We're going to slip into a quick break here on the Winning Post. When we return, we'll talk about a trailblazer like none other. Welcome back. You're watching the Winning Post. There are some people in life who are born to blaze a trail like none other. They dominate and own that space that nobody has even possessed. There is one such trailblazer in the horse racing world, and that one person is Frankie Dettori. Frankie Dettori became just the 6th rider in British history to ride 3,000 winners on the flat in Britain, as predilection gave him a landmark success at Newmarket. This is home to him, and this is where he started riding 30 years ago, mentioning post-race that he did not ride purposely all week to have the opportunity to do it here. Arguably the most recognizable flat jockey on the planet, the 45-year-old joins the illustrious list which comprised of Sir Gordon Richards, Pat Edery, Lester Piggott, Willie Carson and Doug Smith on the flat, and Sir Anthony McCoy and Richard Johnson over jumps to have won 3,000 races in Britain. Lanfranco Dettori, known as Frankie Dettori by all his friends and racing fraternity, was born on the 15th of December 1970 in Milan, in Italy. 5 feet 4 inches tall, he lives in Stechworth near Newmarket, the headquarters of British racing, with his wife Catherine and their 5 children. He is the son of the jockey Gianfranco Dettori, who was a prolific winner in Italy. He has been described by Lester Piggott as the best jockey currently riding. An ardent Anglophile who thrives on English culture, an avid Arsenal supporter, he has been champion jockey on 3 occasions and has ridden winners of more than 500 group races. His first experience with horses was at the age of 12 when his father bought him a Palomino pony, which had an impact on him as he rode the horse often. At the age of 13, Dettori left school to become a stable boy and an apprentice jockey. The following year, he went to Great Britain, where he apprenticed with trainer Luca Camani at Newmarket in 1985 and became a stable jockey soon after. In the year 1990, Dettori became the first teenager since Lester Piggott to ride 100 winners in one season. His first win came at the age of 16 in Turin in November 1986, while his first victory in Britain was the following June. Further success followed, with numerous winners in Group 1 races. Like every great genius, Frankie has had his trouble times too in his career. He admitted that he used to take diuretic drugs to keep his weight down and used a wide range of substances before the Jockey Club banned them in June 1998. In the year 2000, he, along with Ray Cochrane, were aboard a Piper Seneca plane which crashed on takeoff at Newmarket on its way to Goodwood in Sussex, killing the pilot even as Dettori escaped with a fractured right ankle and an injured thumb. On the 29th of December 2000, he received an honorary MBE, or the Order of the British Empire. The Epsom Derby was the only British classic race Dettori had not won in his career until his 15th attempt on the 2nd of June 2007 on the Peter Chapel Hyam trained authorised. The following day, he won the Prix de Jockey Club on Lorman, notching up a Derby double. Dettori was retained as a jockey in September 2012 by the Godolphin Racing stable, as he is well known for his distinctive flying dismounts. In November 2012, he faced an inquiry following a failed drug test while riding in France in September, and on the 5th of December 2012, Dettori was suspended from riding for 6 months after being found guilty of taking a prohibited substance. After serving his 6-month ban, Dettori made his racing comeback at Epsom on the 31st of May 2013. A week later, he won his first race riding Asian Trader at Sandown, and on the 31st of June in 2013, Dettori signed a deal that made him the retained trainer for Sheikh Joan Al Thani. In 2015, Frankie Dettori won the Derby again, with Golden Horn Derby partnering him again to win the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe in what some considered to be a karmic retribution, since he had been jocked off the Wonder filly Treve.
Golden Horn and New Bay at the front too, though. Here comes Trev. Then Free Eagle and Dolnir. They're heading down with 300 metres to go. Golden Horn in front, and it's Golden Horn and Frankie Dettori from Flincher in second place. Trev is on the outside in third, trying to close. Golden Horn, though, is answering every call from Frankie, and it's Golden Horn who's going to win the Arc.
On the 11th of December 2015 at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre, Frankie Dettori was named the world's best jockey 2015. He topped the ranking with 100 points after 5 wins, 4 second placings and 4 thirds. Frankie Dettori in 2004 opened a restaurant in Putney in London and also has 3 other restaurants in London and 1 in Dubai in partnership. During his absence from racing due to the 6-month ban, he took part in the 11th series of the UK reality TV show Celebrity Big Brother, finishing 7th on day 21. Frankie Dettori has now added yet another milestone to his career, but of all that he has achieved, nothing will ever match his magnificent 7 at Ascot, when he swept the card and entered a realm that even the racing gods look to with envy. What an incredible journey Frankie Dettori has had. Time for us to move ahead now and have a look at the tips for the racing on the weekend that's coming up.
And now for the grand finale. Here is what the Winning Post tips are for this weekend. In the Juventus Plate on Saturday 27th August, the champ is a very strong contender on the card, as he has won his last 4 races, 3 in Mumbai and 1 in Pune. Phenomenal Memory looks in good form and has got a decent chance of winning in the Her Majesty Trophy, a Class 1 race, and he will be ridden by S. Zervan. That was the card for Saturday, and here's what we predict for Sunday. In the Colonel Kai Khushru Manekji Bharucha Memorial Trophy, Art Deco, who has won his last race in Pune, has a winning edge over the long racing card. Zachary has an upper edge, and it will be a close fight to the finish between Columbiana, Apache, Jefferson and Kandinsky. Mauritian jockey Nuresh Juglal could not have hoped for a better way to celebrate his 100th Kranji win after it came in a Group 3 event, the $200,000 Garden City Trophy, aboard his pet horse Raffaello on Sunday. The milestone was achieved with the helping hand of his biggest supporter yet again, trainer Pat Shaw, who has been a true soldier to Juglal at his successful 3 seasons in Singapore, since moving from South Africa as an apprentice jockey just out of his time in 2014. Allender was back to his winning form as he won the featured event of the day on August 22nd in Hyderabad, the Nizam's Gold Cup. The horse, owned by Mr. Gaurav Sethi and Miss Amita Mehra, notched up his 3rd back-to-back victory.
Well, that's all we have time for on this episode of The Winning Post, your show on Indian horse racing. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, if you've missed anything at all, you can always catch it on our YouTube channel. Also, remember to follow Mohit Alwani on Twitter for his tips, and of course, like our Facebook page as well. Goodbye till we see you next week. May the horse be with you.